Climate change is an issue that has become increasingly important in recent years. One of the areas that is particularly vulnerable to its effects is the Arabian Peninsula. The region is already known for its harsh and arid climate, and climate change is expected to exacerbate existing environmental challenges, with potentially devastating consequences for the region's ecosystems and biodiversity. The Arabian Peninsula is home to a range of ecosystems, including deserts, mountains, and coastal regions. Each of these ecosystems supports a unique set of plant and animal species, many of which are adapted to the extreme temperatures and arid conditions of the region. However, climate change is expected to bring significant changes to these ecosystems, which could threaten the survival of many of these species. One of the most immediate impacts of climate change on Arabian ecosystems is the increase in temperature. The Arabian Peninsula is already one of the hottest regions in the world, with temperatures often exceeding 50 degrees Celsius, 122 degrees Fahrenheit, in the summer. However, climate change is expected to make the region even hotter, with some models predicting that temperatures could rise by up to 5 degrees Celsius, 9 degrees Fahrenheit, by the end of the century. This increase in temperature is expected to have a range of impacts on the region's ecosystems. One of the most significant impacts of rising temperatures is the increased risk of drought. Already, water is a scarce resource in many parts of the Arabian Peninsula, and climate change is expected to exacerbate this situation. As temperatures rise, evaporation rates will increase, which will lead to a reduction in soil moisture and groundwater levels. This, in turn, could make it difficult for many plant species to survive, as they are adapted to the arid conditions of the region but still require some level of moisture to grow. Another impact of rising temperatures is the potential for increased desertification. Desertification occurs when arid land becomes even more arid, making it difficult for plant species to survive. This can lead to a loss of biodiversity, as well as the degradation of soil and a reduction in the ability of ecosystems to support human populations. In addition to these direct impacts, climate change is also expected to have indirect impacts on Arabian ecosystems. For example, rising temperatures could lead to an increase in the frequency and intensity of extreme weather events such as sandstorms and heat waves. These events can have significant impacts on the health of ecosystems and can also disrupt human activities such as agriculture and transportation. Traditional medicinal practices have been used for thousands of years in Arabia, and have been an integral part of the region's cultural heritage. These practices are based on a range of natural remedies, including herbs, spices, and other plant-based substances, as well as various techniques for healing and disease prevention. While modern medicine has become more prevalent in recent years, traditional practices are still widely used and remain an important part of the region's healthcare system. One of the reasons why traditional medicinal practices have endured in Arabia is their effectiveness. Many of the remedies used in these practices have been shown to have therapeutic benefits, and are often used to treat a range of ailments, from minor illnesses to more serious conditions. For example, the resin of the boswellia tree, known locally as frankincense, has been used for centuries to treat inflammation and pain, and recent studies have shown that it may also have anti-cancer properties. Another example of an effective traditional remedy is black seed oil, which is extracted from the seeds of the Nigella sativa plant. Black seed oil has been used for centuries in Arabia to treat a range of conditions, including respiratory problems, digestive issues, and skin disorders. Recent studies have also shown that black seed oil may have anti-inflammatory and anti-cancer properties, and may be effective in treating conditions such as asthma, diabetes, and high blood pressure. In addition to these specific remedies, traditional medicinal practices in Arabia also include a range of techniques for healing and disease prevention. One such technique is cupping therapy, which involves placing heated cups on the skin to create a vacuum. This technique is used to relieve pain, improve blood flow, and promote healing, and is often used in conjunction with other remedies to treat a range of conditions. While traditional medicinal practices have proven to be effective in many cases, they are not without their challenges. One of the biggest challenges is the lack of standardization and regulation of these practices. Unlike modern medicine, which is subject to rigorous testing and regulation, traditional practices are often passed down through generations and may not be subjected to the same level of scrutiny. Oil extraction has been a key driver of economic growth in Arabian countries, and has played a significant role in shaping the region's economies and societies. Since the discovery of oil in the region in the early 20th century, Arabian countries have become some of the world's largest producers and exporters of crude oil, and the revenue generated from oil exports has been used to fund infrastructure development, social welfare programs, and other public services. The impact of oil extraction on Arabian economies has been significant. In many countries, oil exports account for a substantial portion of GDP, and have enabled governments to invest in a range of development projects, from transportation infrastructure to educational and healthcare systems. In addition, the oil industry has created thousands of jobs, both directly in the industry itself and indirectly in related sectors, such as construction, transportation, and finance. However, while the oil industry has been a significant driver of economic growth in the region, it has also had some negative impacts on Arabian societies. One of the most significant impacts has been the so-called resource curse, which refers to the tendency for countries with abundant natural resources to experience lower levels of economic growth and development, and higher levels of corruption and political instability. The resource curse has been observed in many Arabian countries, where the revenue generated from oil exports has been used to fund large-scale public works projects and other initiatives, but has not always been distributed equitably or used effectively to address social and economic inequalities. This has led to a range of social and political tensions, including protests and demonstrations calling for greater transparency and accountability in government decision-making. In addition to these social and political impacts, oil extraction has also had environmental impacts on Arabian ecosystems. The process of extracting oil from underground reserves can lead to land degradation, water pollution, and other environmental problems, which can have negative impacts on local communities and wildlife. Arabian politics and society have a complex and dynamic history that spans over centuries, encompassing different regions, cultures, and religions. Women have played a significant role in Arabian societies, but their status and roles have evolved over time and continue to vary based on a variety of factors, including social, cultural, economic, and political contexts. In this article, we will explore the role of women in Arabian politics and society throughout history, including the challenges and opportunities they have faced and continue to face.